How is that shot though? Because looking at it, I mean, the height differences, if you look at the Gandalf, you look at the dwarves, and you have the elves, I mean, were you going around with a lot of CGI and like plastic balls in the air and stuff like that to work the scenes?
Just literally walking around on our knees for 2.5 years. Yeah, no, it was it was the only way we could do it. There was many ways, but because we shot it in 3D, we couldn't do what they did in Lord of the Rings, which was what's called forced perspective.
Yeah.
So that you literally, somebody who's just a bit behind you, but it looks like they're next to you. In that one, sometimes Ian would be on a platform. Sometimes we would do what was called the slave motion control with the cameras. So he'd be on a separate set, we'd be on another set, linked by headphones, earpieces, and it was incredibly complex. I mean, we would have days of practicing this stuff. It was like doing a dance, but it paid off. You know, it all worked in the end.
Did you name your weapons in that as well?
Yes, I did. My axes are called Grasper and Keeper, named after Emily Bronte's hounds. She called her hounds Grasper and Keeper, and I'd never forgotten it. So I suggested it to Peter, actually as a joke, really. And then the next day, the axes came with those words engraved on the blades in Dwarvish runes, which is very cool.
That is very cool. I'm so jealous of your job because I love all that stuff. And of course, if you look at The Witcher, you've been in that. I mean, do you feel typecast at all in those types of roles, or do you actively pursue them?
Well, it's not really that I actively pursue them. I am a huge fan of that genre myself. So fantasy and science fiction. I haven't done so much science fiction really, but fantasy, I love reading those kind of books. I love watching those kind of TV shows. I love watching those kind of movies. Those and westerns. Being in a western, that would be great. But sci-fi fantasy, I love it. I just love the imaginative scope of it. But it's all grounded in things that we can recognize as well, situations that we recognize. So it has the best of both worlds.